it is our responsibility to highlight the inadequacies of the damnable contraption, that mankind may know that there is no country called Nigeria. It is dead, long gone and buried. As you're traveling along, you will see many people, you will see many women, you will see many traditions, you will see many cultures. But as soon as you see women tying two-piece wrapper, you know you're in the land of Biafra. Anywhere they stop tying two-piece of wrapper, you know you are at the boundary of Biafra. He was flabbergasted. He couldn't understand it. And then I proceeded to say to him, do you know the meaning of a nation? He said Nigeria is a nation. I said no, Nigeria is not a nation. It is not even a country. Nigeria is a contraption, whereas Biafra is a nation. And he was wondering, he kept pressing me, how can you say Biafra is a nation? It doesn't exist. And I said to him, Biafra have been existing for over 5,000 years. Biafra existed before Zamfara came. Biafra existed before Bini came, and Bini and Zamfara are the two oldest kingdoms you have in the whole of West Africa. Kanambonu came later on, and he was confused, he was perplexed, and I told him that we are educated, we are polished, and we are refined. Everything we tell you is the truth, everything we tell you is the gospel. Nigeria is not a nation, Biafra is a nation, and this evening, very methodically and academically, I will school you through all the steps and all the indices of a nation, that you may know that Nigeria is not a nation and can never be a nation before Britain. Biafra is older than Greece. Biafra is older than any other nation that I can think of. Perhaps going back to Mesopotamia. Biafra is very, very old, and I want to prove it to you. What makes a nation? That those things are lacking in the zoo. Any day our mothers come out to join what we are doing, that Biafra will come, and I'm glad that they are coming. Biafra is a mother nation. We say motherland, not say fatherland, and we say motherland for a reason, because everything about our culture, the way we are, who we are, is embodied in our women, in our mothers. When we hear about people talking about feminism and to give women more rights and equal power, and I said to them, you have not been to Biafra. That in Biafra land, our women are the people who actually run our day-to-day life. That is how it's always been. I have not heard of where women are discussing in the village and men will come out to talk. It's not done anywhere. Not in Biafra land. That is why Chukwu Abiyama used our mother to give us the boundary of Biafra, all the way from Edo State, all the way from Benue State, right down to the Atlantic Ocean. Anywhere they tie two-piece wrapper, that is the land of Biafra. And I will prove to you why that is the case. You know, some idiots are saying, oh, you can't hear, are you telling me it's just wrapper? I said, because you know nothing. Academically, you are nobody. Absolutely nobody. Because if you can see in the spirit, you will be able to appreciate what we are trying to teach you. Now listen carefully. A nation state is a state in which, listen carefully, in which a great majority, listen, shares the same culture and is conscious of it. They did not say language, they did not say religion, they did not say social habits. They said you must share the same culture. I repeat, not religion, not language, not social. They said culture, and you must be aware of it. The nation state, listen carefully to go to Google and Google it. Define a nation. I'm coming. Listen carefully, please. A nation state is an ideal in which cultural boundary match up with political boundaries. Do you understand it now? A nation is a place where the culture begins and ends. In other words, people that share the same culture, not the same language, not the same religion, but the same culture. And what is that one culture that binds the whole of Biafra together, regardless of where you come from? Because as I was doing my research, you know, it seems to me that Ishekiri is in doubt on this. I saw the way that Ishekiri women dress. I looked at the way that Yoruba women dress. It's not the same. I looked at the way Ishekiri women dress. I looked at the way Efik women dress, and it's the same. I looked at the way that Efik women dress. The way Igbo women dress is the same. I looked at how Igbo women dress. I looked at how a Banke dress is the same. I looked at a Banke. I looked at Hidoma. It is the same. I looked at Hidoma, and I saw the same thing in Ejo. I saw the same thing in Urobo. I saw the same thing in Isoko. I saw the same thing. Everywhere you look, it is the same thing. Our mothers actually defined who we are, where we come from, and where we should be headed. Because they said to me that in Warri, You have the Olu of Warri. It is Yoruba. And I said to them, no, look at your mom. Your mom should tell you who you are. Because that is what we say. We speak our mother's tongue. What is your mother tongue? What is your mother's tongue? And I said to them earlier today in the post that I made on my Facebook page, and I said to them, if you want to know if you're a Biafran or not, go and look at your mom's wardrobe. Look at her when she's dressed up to attend women's meeting. Look at your mother. Headscarf, blouse, two-piece wrapper. And where we come from, how you know a woman has just been married or newly married is the way she ties her two-piece wrapper. That's how you know a newly married woman. If you go to the village, you're struggling to find out who has been recently married. Look at the way they tie the two-piece wrapper. They can never get it done. It's an art. And this art is performed in Iduma, in Igala, in Igede, in Igbo land. All over, of course, Anama is Igbo. Let me not even go there. All over in Ishekiri. It is there in Ishekiri. They tie two-piece wrapper. In a job, two-piece wrapper. Efik, two-piece wrapper. Or an etiquette, two-piece wrapper. Headscarf and blouse. Everywhere. You are looking at your mothers from all over Biafra land. All over Biafra land. And they looked at the picture of a Yoruba woman. They saw the picture of a Fulani woman. Even Fulani do not dress like Hausa women. Hausa doesn't dress like Kanuri women. But we allowed ourselves to be balkanized. We allowed ourselves to be divided. We allowed ourselves to be ground into the dust by a combination of three deadly factors. Three. It was started by Britain. They thought Fulani convinced Yoruba. They all ganged up against us. Their aim is to divide, so that when you're coming to Biafra land and you enter inside Benue, they say, oh no, this is not. Oh. But look at your mother and look at the way they dress in Sokoto. Is it the same? The people that they're telling you is more closely related to you. You don't have anything in common. I don't even want to go to the fact that in Idoma land, 280 years ago in Idoma land, when they came, they killed and they pillaged Idoma land. The Janjaweed came. What is happening now has happened before. It has happened 3 times in our history. They went to Yoruba land and they took Ilorin from them. They came to our land. They never succeeded. They only managed to take some parts of Igala, only the northern part of Igala. But the southern part of Igala remained very strong. They couldn't take them to Sokoto. And many men died in that very war. If you're from Anambra State and you have an elderly man tonight in Anambra, anybody who is over 100 years old in Anambra and a man that has got all the thinking faculties intact, go to him and ask him, did your father ever tell you, or people, is there any legend in your village that there was a time there were no men in the Idoma land, that Igbo men had to go to Idoma land to pregnant the women to give birth to sons and to daughters according to the Bible? What the Bible said should happen. Did that ever happen or not? Ask any elderly man in Anambra right now, over 100 years old and can articulate properly. Ask him, ask them. And as they are dividing us and they are coming, they divide and they conquer you. As they are divided, they capped off Idoma, they capped off Igede, they conquered them. Say, you're part of the North. Ask them, what is the title of the overall traditional ruler of Idoma land? He is called Ochi Idoma. Ochi Idoma means Onyenachi Idoma. A simple Igbo word. Ochi, somebody, a ruler. Onyenachi Ochi Idoma is called. They have 4 market days. The name of their first child, the girl, is Ada. And somebody who is answering Fatima from Mali, all the way from Mali, will come into Idoma. Hey, Igbo man is a problem. Oh. And you that is telling that Igbo man is your problem, he cannot even differentiate between an Igbo woman and a Idoma woman, or a Igbo woman and a Igede woman. Because when they start killing you in the north, they are pursuing women wearing a blouse and 2-piece wrapper. They're not going to ask you, oh, are you Igbo? They will kill everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a job. It doesn't matter if you're a Shekiri. It doesn't matter if you're a Robo. Because you will tie 2-piece wrapper. So that's how you know a responsible mother in Biafra land. Once you're married, you go 2-piece wrapper, isn't it? Now you tell me why somebody selling Fura Nun wearing a Fulani Peteri will now convince you that you are not related to an Igbo person. Whereas you, your own mother and an Igbo woman is exactly the same. And you also circumcise on the 8th day after a male child is born. Our women, they are like a vessel. They contain everything you need to know about Biafra. If you're intelligent enough, if you're attentive enough, if you're understanding enough, if you can get away from Yoruba media disastrous brain damage, you will understand what I'm saying and what I'm telling you. Now let me ask you this question. Is a majority of Nigerians, they share the same culture? The answer is no. even Kanuri in the north. The only thing tying Kanuri to Fulani is religion, is Islam. The only thing, two things tying Hausa to Fulani, their women don't even dress the same. The only thing tying Hausa to Fulani is language, Hausa language, and religion. That's all. Do they have anything, any cultural affinity in the answer is no. The Fulanis, they have MN. You don't have MNs in Guano. It was when the Fulanis came, and who is the MNs? Before the Fulanis came, they had the Shego Fulani, not an MN. Before the Fulanis came, the Hausas had twins, not MN. So even culturally, they have nothing in common. Absolutely nothing in common. But the collective idiocy and stupidity of the native nations within the contraption called Nigeria is what gave Fulani the leeway to do what they do. The only thing that binds a nation together is cultural affinity, and they must be conscious of it. It is that consciousness that the white man removed through Willing's commission. It is that consciousness that Fulani removed through waging this war